What's up, guys? Golden Kuzunoa here, and welcome to what I would say is an Ollie's haul. But today, even though there is some stuff from Ollie's I got, I'm going to be combining stuff from the free comic book day from a while back, stuff from Ollie's I got, and some stuff that I got from other places. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the haul. And if you are, never mind on that. But let's just begin, and we're gonna try and not make this long. But start off with the free comic book day. So we have. Wait, did I forget some? Did I forget any? Seems like I did not forget anything, so we are good to go. All right, we're gonna start off with the ones that thanks to my mom and dad that bought these because they were okay with it on free comic book day. We got issue 1 of Green Lantern by Geoff Johns, one of my favorite writers. Not my favorite people, but one of my favorite writers. He just knows how to make great stories. And this is drawn by one of my favorite artists, Alex Ross. And Alex Ross is amazing. If you don't know Alex Ross, please go look up some of his artwork. It is amazing. He knows a way to make it look realistic looking, at the same time making the most goofiest costumes look perfect. Just perfect. His artwork is amazing, and he's also drawn Marvels and Kingdom Come, and Kingdom Come is just a great DC story in general, so yeah. Then we got Green Lantern Rebirth, issue 17. Got my favorite Green Lantern, my favorite 2 Green Lanterns. I also do like Hal Jordan, but my favorite is Kyle Rayner and John Stewart, because John Stewart was my Green Lantern from my childhood in Justice League, and he was great, no matter what people say. Green Lantern Rebirth, issue 18, Prism of Time, part 1. And then the ones I was surprised to find, but I was just happy to find, the Legends of the Dark Knight issues 34 and 32. 32 and 34. I could not find 33 because it was not there, but I'm just glad I found these. And this is like my favorite story that started off with, it doesn't say the writers, but this artwork is by Tim Sale. I'm not going to go and say it's Jeff Loeb, but this artwork is Tim Sale, his first work on Batman. Amazing. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. He did some great artwork. He worked on a lot of stuff with Jeff Loeb and a lot of others. And Blades is a great story. Now onto the ones that did not really get a bag and sleeve. We got World's Finest, issue 25. Meet the world's deadliest villains. Deadliest, yeah. And then for free comic book day, got X-Men issue 1, Jonathan Hickman, Hellboy, not the Stranger Things, we're going to ignore that, but Hellboy, great stuff, love Hellboy. Enter the House of Slaughter, just a random, pretty much I got anything, pretty much, because he said you could get about 5 for each for free comic book day. Uncanny Avengers, we got Absolute Power, Shadow of the Roads, Inner John Universe, free comic book day TMNT. There's a bunch of random short stories in this, and it's got a really cool thing. It looks like they're introducing into the TMNT, which is the Night Watcher from the TMNT 2007 movie, which is awesome. Street Fighter versus Final Fight, got one of my favorite characters, Cody, in this. And that is it for free comic book day. That is a whole stack of comics. Gotta take those things in free comic book day and gonna put that on the bed and get on to the hardcover / trade paperbacks from Ollie's and other places. Okay, so now we are Gonna show some stuff. So starting with one thing I got from Target, paying with my own money. TMNT The Last Ronin. I completed this thing a while ago, and it is just a great story. It's done by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Of course, the absolute goats of TMNT, the original creators, writers, artists. Great job. There's a lot of people that worked on this that I cannot name. They all did a great job. This is a great story. It's a great end story. It's a great story in general. It's The Last Ronin. If you don't know anything about TMNT, but you will at least hope you know the origins and all that stuff. You've never read the comics. Do not worry. This is just a story that anyone can pick up. And if you know more about TMNT and you know about the family, Casey, April, all that stuff, you're going to have a blast with this. I would highly recommend it. And it's also hardcover. And hardcovers, I just love hardcovers. Okay, now on to something I've been recently reading and I'm still reading. Batman Hush. Got Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale working on this. Batman Hush is basically a story about a villain named Hush. And it looks like the story gets more into Bruce's character, gets more into the Bat family. It's a great introduction. If you have never picked up a Batman comic, I would highly recommend Batman Year One. But Batman Hush is also a great story. You have a really great villain that I've not gotten to yet, but he's really awesome. Hush. And you got Batman. There's like a little origin mini short story in there. You got Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and then there's like a bunch of villains. It's the entire Rogues Gallery in this story that work with Hush. And it's also a great Bat family story. Highly recommend it. And Jim Lee's artwork, man, it's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pick all three of these, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna go in order, but alright, Superman Doomsday. I think I've had a thing on it, but Afterthoughts of reading this is a great story. It has Doomsday, one of my favorite Superman villains, and it also has the best Superman, the Mohawk Superman, and it also got classic Darkseid outfit. Great story, and probably my favorite part of this is definitely the Darkseid fight, but there's a cool little short story with like, I think, yeah, there's like a little cool short story of Clark Kent in Smallville when they were like Lana and I think one dude that they were teens, and you get to know more about Clark, and it's just a very great story. Pick this up. It's really great. Okay, just recently read this one as well. Took me 3 days to read it. The Return of Superman. Only about $6. $6 for this, and they still have some copies on Ollie's. If you live where I live, do pick some up. It's a great story. Or just if you have an Ollie's, you probably will find this. But yeah, you'll have a blast reading this. It's a really great story of Superman, the Return of Superman. You have the Eradicator, Superboy, Steel, Cyborg Superman. There's even a Green Lantern issue. It's an awesome story. Very awesome. I love Death Superman. Superman is a really great character in the comics and sometimes in the anime shows. Alright, now on to one I just recently got. The Death of Superman. I've not read this yet, but I'm really glad I finally have this. And it's supposed to be the Death of Superman. It's the story with Doomsday, and I'm not going to get into it even though it clearly says the Death of Superman. It's just going to tell you how the Death of Superman is going. I recommend it. I really recommend it. Alright. Now on to Earth 1. I think, yeah, this is the pile of Earth 1. I should probably just pull both. Wonder Woman Earth 1 and Batman Earth 1 Volume 2. The best thing about Earth 1 is that this is a great story. It gets more into like the original take on, pretty much the original take on Wonder Woman back in the Golden Age. If you want more on that, you can look that up. And then Batman Earth 1 Volume 2, written by Geoff Johns, and this is written by, right here, by Grant Morrison. Great stories, great artwork, and I'm a big fan of Geoff Johns and Grant Morrison. I like their work, and I think pretty much there's some more Geoff Johns in here. Do recommend these. And the best thing about Earth 1 is you don't really need to read volumes 2 and 3. They're their own separate stories, even though they continue from the last one. But they're really good. And they're really great stories. Do keep in mind that they're not the actual origins, but they'll give you an interesting take on these characters. I think there's ones pretty much so far. We have Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Green Lantern. And the Green Lantern one looks so good, man. Put these here. Okay, we got Aquaman, War for the Throne, right? Yeah, War for the Throne, written by Geoff Johns. I'm not the biggest fan of Aquaman, but I really enjoyed the first movie. And I mean, Aquaman is pretty cool in some of the anime movies, and he was pretty cool in Justice League, especially with that kind of hook hand he had. But yeah. So yeah, this is written by Geoff Johns, and it's pretty much an Aquaman story. And I heard it's really good, and Geoff Johns' Aquaman run, I heard is really good. So I'm gonna check that out. We're almost done. So we got The Flash Volume 1. I wanted to get this a while back, and now I finally found it. So we have Volume 1, Moving Forward. And it's got Barry Allen. And it's just like a cover that I really like, and it looks pretty good. All right. There. So yeah, this is going to probably be the New 52 pile now. So New 52, Suicide Squad Volume 2, Ballistic Rising. Yeah, Ballistic Rising. Yeah. Suicide Squad, really enjoyed Volume 1 and can't wait to get to this. Alright. Now on to more Geoff Johns goodness. Justice League Volume 4, The Grid. And Justice League Volume 5. Volume 5, what's it called? Forever Heroes. This, I think, from what I heard, is like pretty much both of these are one story saga that is the Trinity War, and it looks like it has a bunch of heroes and I think like villains that are going to be fighting each other, and looks like we got Deadman and all those, and looks pretty cool. I've only read Volume 1 of the Origins so far, but I've been collecting these, like a lot of these, and trying to get into them all. There's like only like 8 volumes. But yeah, Origins was pretty good, and there's some really great artwork, and it's pretty much these are just Justice League stories, and Justice League is a really great team. And yeah, pretty good. And that's the end. So if you are a fan of video games, comic books, movies, hauls, reviews, all that stuff, do subscribe. And this is Golden Kuzanoa here. Peace.